people? What is up, people? And I thank you for tuning in into the 24 Dolphin News. And thank you for tuning in into the 24 Dolphin News. And today I'm joined by my co-host,
Ria.
And I'm the co-host, news anchor, Ricardo. And there are 3 crimes that have been committed, and now going over to Bria.
Make sure you purchase your Florida Dolphin News mug now. It's now released. Now going to our 3 crimes that are committed, we've now released his name, Ricardo Jenkins.
And the guy was driving 35 miles heading into a bank on Bank Street Road onto a bank, and he drove right through the building. He stole $2,500, almost stole the lives of 900 people in the bank trying to get their money, and he stole all the money. He killed over 800, and he could have killed over the next 100. And then as soon as he took the money, the cops came, they pulled up, they took him, and they took the money to give to charity, and he's sentenced for 5 years in prison, maybe 13 if he tries to do anything sneaky. But yeah, like I just said, they're going to give it to charity, the money.
Now on to our second case, a high-speed chase that has happened on Mill Street Road. There is a very fast car running high-speed chase with 2 cops and 8 victims in the car. Right now, we'll go into that after this second case that has been committed. We have now released her name. It is a woman and a man, Brittany and Carnell Ritchie, and they both have been doing high-speed chases for a long time, and they've just now got out of jail. They have committed another crime. They've killed 5 victims. The 5 names are Bria, Donald, Daniel, Cameron, Relicia, and Alicia. And they have now been committed, and we've now released their names, and they're going to have a very sad funeral get-together at the street of Block Row Road.
And the next scene is that Florida is having a very bad weather storm, and it's going to flood, and I'm warning all of you watching this right now to evacuate Florida now and go to Ohio, because Ohio is not going to get hit until like next year.
Or Atlanta or Georgia or Cartersville.
So just get out of Florida ASAP and get out of Cuba if you're in Cuba, and get out of Cartersville because you're probably going to get hit either tomorrow morning or next
week.
Bad
storm. Next to the next case is very bad weather. A hurricane's going through. Katrina has happened a long time ago. Now another horrible level 5 hurricane is happening now in Georgia, in Florida, and in Texas. It already has hit many people distraught and tortured into this horrible crime that has been committed from nature.
And another crime scene is this guy named Daniel Robertson. He has committed 14 crimes, and he is 62 years old, and he just robbed a store. He held down his store, killed over 3,000 cops. He had hit there for like 2 months, and then he had killed 2,000 cops, and then 3,000 over the next period of a week. And then the cops got him just a couple of hours ago. They brought him to jail, and they had a little court case, and we're going to show that to you now.
Now, after the break, we will show you the high-speed chase and the crime of the suspect that we have now released the names of, and the crime has been committed from the high-speed chase and the bank that has been robbed from Daniel Ritchie. Now, on to Alicia.
Now, and another thing that is wrong with the country and wrong with people's health are sodas and drinks.
Not all drinks, but some from different
this, for
stores.
example, Sprite. Everybody drinks Sprite as a way to like get calm, but it contains a lot of sugar. It might seem healthy, but it's not really healthy. We drunk it before. We've been in the hospital from it. We know a bunch of experience about it. So just stay away from sweets like that. But if you but some people need sweets. So yeah, if you need sweets, like have it. But if you need to stay away from sweets like us, then just stay away.
Now, on to the different case that has happened. Bacteria in a very widespread state of Colombia, Texas, New Jersey, and England.
And a bad accident has happened to a guy named Josh. And Josh, he had lived in a trailer for 13 years. And the last year of his death, which was last year, he was living in a trailer. He was sleeping one night, and he found a bunch of ants crawling on him. And he was so scared, he got a bunch of ant spray and sprayed it all over his body.
And it was so deadly chemically that he passed out and died.
He passed out and died just 1 hour later from having a bad scratch from poison ivy, a bunch of poison ivy, because he poured a lot on his body. So just stay away from ant spray. And yeah, ant spray is just very bad to get on your body. We've experienced before once again, and we ended up in the hospital at the same time in the same place, and it was very a bad experience. We almost died, so just stay away from ant spray.
Now enough with the sad crimes and that has been committed in sad world. Now we're on to the weather. Now with Josh.
Now reporting to Bree.
Already said that. Now on to the weather. A lot of hurricanes have happened through this past 2017 year. Now there's going to be at least 17 more hurricanes until the next week or so. There will be so many hurricanes that you have to evacuate most of the country, states, or any prisons of that. You will, if you're in prison and there's a hurricane, there's these things that happen. There is certain barriers that are formed in the prison to where you won't get any injury from the hurricane, but we wish that homes were like that and cars. But sadly we can't. So let me show you all the different states and hurricanes that it's happened to. So the blue is the United States, Florida, Texas through the past 800 years. It's been different hurricanes in each state. And right here is Texas. Right here is the Hurricane Irma. Right here is Hurricane Katrina. Very sad in New Orleans. This is the United States. A lot has happened and it's very sad lately. Now we've heard that Hurricane Irma has very destroyed a lot of people, and another hurricane is coming to the United States. So go ahead and prepare yourself for water, food, anything you need for the hurricanes, and such as pins and things to where you can write on things and hold it up to where rescue teams or any airplane pilots can catch that. So thank you so much, and make sure you evacuate as soon as we tell you to. Thank you so much for the weather, girl. Now going back to Bria and Ricardo with the crime investigation stories and committed prospects. Okay, so Ricardo has urgently had to receive another news show that we have in this also 24 Dolphin News. So we'll be right back with the weather girl, the current news that has happened and that viruses have spread in different countries, states, or prisons. So basically first, I'm going to be talking to you guys about food and drinks and how to stay safe in a hurricane. So in a hurricane, you should be very safe and wise. Do not go under anything that is heavy or anything that could fall and that is not secure. So, including TVs, any walls that aren't broken down at prison or that has bacteria that can make the walls fall down, or the roof is easy to fall down through a hurricane, tornado, anything. A flood. There's also, speaking of flood, there's a flash flood warning in New Jersey, California, and Texas. Texas has just now received a hurricane, so more is to come. So make sure that if you move back to Texas, make sure that you're safe, okay, and well, fine, and wealthy with your food, money, drinks, water, and definitely no sodas, because that can have very much bacteria and parasitic effects. So thank you so much. Back with now Ricardo and Bria. We're back with Bria and Ricardo. Hopefully you have enjoyed the news so far. Hopefully that you enjoyed it so much that if you're a new person to this 24 Dolphin News, that you come back tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, next whatever, next century. Make sure you come and watch us every single day.
And make sure that you spam. We're the best. See ya later. Bye.